Dustin May, his return from the IL is even more important now because of the news to Tony Gonsolin. This is a kid that is young, but man, has that confidence. What do you love about watching him?
Yeah, the compete in there is off the charts. He, demands a lot out of himself. He expects a lot out of himself, and almost to a fault, you can see it on the mound. Every pitch he throws, he has the intent to make the best pitch possible, and when he doesn't execute it, he's not happy with himself. So, maybe an area he can probably clean up a little bit because we're not going to make perfect pitches or perfect swings every time, and that's part of the game. But I think that just shows you how competitive he is, and the ceiling, how high the ceiling is for him to want to go out there and give us a chance to win every single night.
Just a 19 and a half game lead over the Padres, a 7.5 game advantage over the New York Mets. I know you're not overlooking the Marlins today, but how are you approaching the series with the Mets, a team you very well could face in the postseason?
Not even there yet. We got a game tonight. Obviously, you already touched on it. That's something that we talk about in this clubhouse all the time, is taking care of what's in front of us today and not looking ahead. So, we'll get to the field, and some guys are probably already there actually, but and prepare tonight for a pretty good pitcher in Pablo Lopez, and put the game plan together for him and try to figure out how to win tonight, and then we'll jump on the bird and head up to New York and figure out New York when we get there. So I know it's a boring answer and it probably sounds cliche, but that's kind of how we go about our business. And yeah, you can have me come back on tomorrow and we can talk about it tomorrow when the Mets are in front of us, if you want.
Justin, don't tell me that, because I will dial you right back up to have you come right back on the show tomorrow. All right, let me ask you this. I've always had a special place in my heart for you and for guys that have come from other teams that seemingly weren't even certain the direction their career was going. Justin Turner, Max Muncy, Chris Taylor, Joey Gallo in a very small sample size. What is it about the Dodgers organization that allows players to become who they are supposed to be?
Yeah, I get asked this a lot, and I think, the most obvious answer is just the culture and the environment that we've created in the clubhouse, allowing guys to come in and, be themselves. I think a lot of people say it, but at the end of the day, there's still some rules or some guidelines or some, hey, you got to do this or you got to do that. And, we really don't have that. It's really like, hey, how can we cater to you? How can we put you in the best position to have success? Because at the end of the day, we want every guy to be as successful as possible, and that's going to help us win as many games as possible. So to put boundaries or clamps on guys and tell them they have to do something a certain way that's going to make them uncomfortable and unable to perform, I think is just counterproductive, and it's something that we don't really believe in. Obviously, there are some things we got to make sure we're doing, but for the most part, especially you mentioned, Joey coming over, Trace Thompson coming over, and obviously making a huge splash. What he's done for us has been incredible, but just allowing those guys to say, hey, this is what we need. This is what we got to do. This is what I did when I was good, and I want to get back to that. And we're like, all right, let's go. Let's get after it. And, that freedom allows you, just to play better baseball.
Trace Nicholas Cash Considerations Thompson. I love the fact he's back with the Dodgers and absolutely paying dividends. Mookie Betts, Justin Turner. What zone is he in?
Yeah, he's on another planet right now. I don't know if he's going to watch this, but whatever it is, he's got it. I tell him every time he comes back to the dugout, I say, man, you got it. You got it, man. It's funny. Because he works his butt off. He's as blue collar as it gets for a guy that, signs a, whatever it is, 10+ year, $300+ million deal, and to come in and still put in the work the way he does and set the tone for a team that, has a lot of, I guess, high profile guys on it, is awesome. And the side conversations and, the things that go on off the field, have been spectacular, and he really leads the way and sets the tone at the top of the lineup for us.
No question that you're one of those guys that leads the way as well. Justin Turner, a pretty good hitting streak of your own right now. I'm not going to get into the numbers. I know you guys don't like that. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today. I'll see you here tomorrow. Good luck with the Marlins, and we'll talk to you soon.